And they are negotiating, by the way, and they want to make a deal so badly, but they're afraid to say it because they figure they'll be killed by their own people.
Day 26 of the war with Iran. Donald Trump addressed House Republicans and major donors at the annual NRCC fundraising dinner held at Union Station in Washington. He went off teleprompter early. "You don't mind if I go off this crazy teleprompter?" he said. "It's boring when you do the teleprompter thing, very boring." Then he came to Iran. "They are negotiating, by the way," he said, "and they want to make a deal so badly. But they're afraid to say it because they figure they'll be killed by their own people. They're also afraid they'll be killed by us." Meanwhile, Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi told state television on Wednesday evening, "No negotiations have happened with the enemy until now, and we do not plan on any negotiations." Iran's state-run Fars news agency reported that Tehran had rejected the 15-point U.S. plan. Iran does not accept a ceasefire, an informed person told the outlet. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt responded, "Talks continue. They are productive." She warned that if Iran failed to accept the reality of the current moment, President Trump would unleash hell. The NRCC dinner raised a record $36.8 million, the most in the organization's history.
There's never been a head of a country that wanted that job less than being the head of Iran. I don't want it. We listen to some of the things they say. We hear them very clearly. They say, "I don't want it. We'd like to make you the next supreme leader." No, thank you. I don't want it. But I want to express my gratitude to the tremendous leader in this effort. And really, he's just an incredible speaker. He's going to go down as one of the great ever. Mike Johnson.
Trump said Iran is negotiating, but afraid to admit it. Iran said no negotiations have happened and no negotiations are planned. The gap between these two statements is the entire story of Day 26. The Associated Press reported Wednesday morning that Iran had received the 15-point U.S. plan, delivered through Pakistani intermediaries. Iran said it would consider the offer but would never accept some things. By Wednesday evening, Iran's state media reported Tehran had rejected the plan outright. Iranian Parliament Speaker Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf posted a warning on X. If the enemy moves on one of the Iranian islands, all vital infrastructure of that regional country will be targeted. UN Secretary General Guterres called for an end to the war again Wednesday, this time citing the Strait of Hormuz closure, which he said was choking the movement of oil, gas, and fertilizer at a critical moment in the global planting season. U.S. Central Command Commander Admiral Brad Cooper said in a video statement Wednesday that the military operation remains on plan or ahead of plan. U.S. and Israeli forces had struck more than 10,000 military targets in Iran since the war began. The Pentagon confirmed 82nd Airborne Division deployment orders are moving forward. Thousands more elite soldiers heading to the Middle East.
You know, we had an attack. 100 missiles were shot by Iran at a very important thing that we had. I won't tell you what it was for certain reasons. 100 missiles going 2,000 miles an hour were coming at this element of importance, tremendous power and importance. And of the 100 missiles coming at us, 100 missiles were immediately shot down, shot out of the air, fall into the sea. Think of it. Not one missile got through. That was the Patriot system. It's great. We have the best equipment in the world. We have the best military, the most powerful, most lethal military in the world by far. Earlier this year, in a stunning display of American military strength and skill, We apprehended the outlaw Victor, you know this, from Venezuela.
100 Iranian missiles. All 100 shot down. Iran's state media released footage it claims showed cruise missiles fired in the direction of the USS Abraham Lincoln aircraft carrier. CENTCOM has not confirmed the Abraham Lincoln was the target. What is confirmed? U.S. Central Command said more than 10,000 military targets have been struck in Iran since February 28th. Admiral Brad Cooper said the operation is on plan or ahead of plan. Iran's missile and drone programs have been, in Hegseth's words, overwhelmingly destroyed. And yet the Strait of Hormuz is still closed. Iran is still firing at Israel, at Gulf countries, at U.S. assets in Iraq. The Philippines declared a national energy emergency. Goldman Sachs says oil could stay above $100 through 2027. The Trump at the NRCC dinner dismissed the word war entirely.
Operation, I won't use the word war because they say if you use the word war, that's maybe not a good thing to do. They don't like the word war because you're supposed to get approval. So I'll use the word military operation, which is really what it is. It's called a military decimation.
Not a war, a military decimation. That is how the president described it. Legally, this matters. If it is a war, the president needs congressional authorization. Trump has not sought it. The Senate voted 49-49 on a war powers measure, not enough to pass. The constitutional question remains unresolved. Militarily, the facts are not in dispute. More than 10,000 targets struck. Iran's Navy destroyed. Air Force destroyed. Air defenses destroyed. Ballistic missile launches down 90%. Drone attacks down 95%. But the Strait of Hormuz is still closed. Iran is still firing. Negotiations, if they exist, have not produced a ceasefire. Iran says there are no negotiations. The U.S. says talks are productive. Speaker Mike Johnson said Wednesday, Operation Epic Fury is almost done. The objectives have been met, Iran's parliament speaker warned. If the U.S. moves on Iranian islands, all vital infrastructure of regional U.S. allied countries will be targeted. The war that is not a war, the deal that Iran wants but cannot say it wants, the decimation that has not ended the conflict. Day 26. Not a war, a military decimation. Iran afraid to say it wants a deal. 100 missiles, all shot down. The strait still closed. Is this thing ending? Or is it just getting started? Yes. Ending/no escalating. Drop your answer in the comments. Subscribe to the Trump Brief USA. America first, unfiltered, every single day.